Okay, viewers, I welcome you to another um, episode of our shoe project. Remember, we are on our way to making a half shoe. So this is the part 2 of the previous video. So you all know where we stopped. We stopped at drawing our pattern on the last. So we are going to cut it out now and develop the pattern. So I'm going to start by cutting the pattern out. Now I have cut out the pattern. You can see it. I have cut it out. So we're going to place it on the cardboard. And take note, whenever you're cutting your pattern, you have to cut from here. You have to make sure you cut here also. Don't leave the pattern with the extra masking paper there beneath the last. So make sure you cut from here for easy pasting on the cardboard. So we are going to paste this now on the cardboard. While doing this, you might not get the whole thing to lap, but at least you try as much as possible to reduce the crease on the masking tape. Try as much as possible. So now this is our 2D pattern. This is our 2D pattern. So you can see this is our 2D pattern. So the next thing we're going to do now is I'm going to add allowance for the last one. So I'm going to add this here. Sorry, I didn't take this paper and the right measurement. So let me use these to complete where I'm going to leave the allowance. So we are going to give allowance for the lasting of the material. I'm going to I'm going to add extra 4 millimeters. I'm going to use 4 millimeters because I don't want to have shortage during the lasting. Instead of having shortage, it is better I have extra so that I can cut it out when I'm done with the last thing. So I'm going to extend this line. Also base. So let me join the extra line. So the next thing is to cut this 2D pattern. Cut it out. Going to cutting the pattern out now. So the 2D pattern is ready. You can see it. So the next thing we're going to do is that we are going to spring the vamp. You see here is kind of curvy, so we're not going to use it this way. We're going to spring the vamp to straighten it a bit. So let's spring the vamp. You see our vamp line here. Our vamp line is very visible. So we are going to draw it down to the extra space we left for the last thing. Make sure your ruler is on the vamp line straight through the low lateral insert point. You see it? Remember that this is our low lateral insert point. So we're going to cut this line to this place a bit, cut down to this place a bit. And cut here to here. You can use your iron ruler for this to avoid mistakes. So now I have to make my masking tape ready, cut some masking tape and make sure they are ready for use. Then I'm going to draw a straight line on this paper now. Alright, then I'm going to place these on the straight line. Alright, it's on the line now. Where I'm washing it here. It's on the straight line. Then I'll pick my tape and then keep it firm. I'll do the same underneath. So The pattern is ready now. The 2D pattern is ready now. So you can see it now. It is ready. We have springed the vamp. You see the here is now straight, so that we can be able to convert it to 3D pattern. So we're going to now develop this pattern now to 3D, so that we can also get the depth of the pattern. So the next thing I'm going to do now, this is my cardboard. I'm going to fold it into 2 places. I'm going to fold it into 2 places. Then I'll open it. Then I'll place this pattern here on that line that I'm seeing at the center. And I'm going to mark the pattern out. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to punch this line, this design here, the upper. I'm going to punch it so that I can mark it on this cardboard. So I'm going to punch it around, punch hole straight on the line. So now you can see I have punched round. You can see the line. I have punched it round the upper, where I'm going to cut out to create the design. So I'm going to, the reason for this punch is to be able to mark out this area. So I'm going to mark it out. So you can see, hope you can see it. Okay. So after that, I'm going to fold this from the center line, fold it. So I'm going to cut these out. I'm going to staple it so that to avoid it moving out from the sitting. So now you can see the pattern has been developed. So the next thing I'm going to do is this. I'm going to place, because the both sides they are of the same shape, the same measurement. I'm going to place the 2D pattern on this side also. Again. Then I will mark here again. Now you can see. So I'm going to cut out this area. If you cannot follow the line, the dots, it's advisable that you join it with a line before cutting. So you can see that this pattern is now ready. We are done with the pattern. This is two-part pattern. So this is the complete development of this pattern. The next thing we're going to do is to use this pattern to cut out the main pattern. So stick around as we do that also.